Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. This is my spoilers review for the movie Logan. This is a spoilers review, so if you have not seen the movie Logan yet, I repeat, you have not seen Logan yet, go back on my channel and check out my non-spoilers review. I'll tell you it's just as good, I promise. If you have seen the movie, then strap in, because we're going to talk about a lot of things that happen in the movie. We're going to spoil some things and talk about a lot of things in depth. So without further ado, let's get started. As I said before in my non-spoilers review, this is a phenomenal movie. And one of the reasons it is because of its grounded quality that makes this feel like not such a superhero movie and just an amazing movie on its own. One of the best things about this is Hugh Jackman's performance. And dare I say it, our favorite mutant has died. Wolverine is dead.
Spoiler.
Hugh Jackman, after playing this character for 17 years, is a great farewell to him. If this is his real farewell. From the moment the movie opens and he's getting his car stolen and just goes berserk on them, it sets the tone for the entire movie. And the way he portrays this is astounding. His interaction with Professor Xavier in this movie are one of the main binding things in this story that makes it so heartfelt and heartwarming. Even if you have not seen any of the other X-Men movies, you can jump into this movie and still get that same emotional tug. And it's because of their performances. Certain scenes like where he cares for Charles in the beginning with the medicine, and you see what state these two are in their relationship, and how Charles is trying to get Logan to care again and try to get him to usher in these new mutants. And I think we underestimate or maybe take for granted how great Hugh Jackman is in this movie. Because we've seen him as Wolverine for years, we just like, oh yeah, he's great. But in this, if the Oscar were tomorrow, Hugh Jackman gets an Oscar. And by the end, when he actually does die, and he has his monologue with Daphne Keene, it's so emotional. And one of my favorite lines in this movie that he says is, "Don't be what they made you." And it's just, it speaks so much to his character and for ushering in his daughter, X-23. Like I said, my non-spoilers review, family is one of the biggest themes in this, and that poor family that got it, they did not deserve that. And I like the fact that this movie went and took that R rating and did that. And X-24, at first when that happened, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this, but they played it off so well that I just forgave them for it, and it worked out really well. The way Charles Xavier died, it was very unsatisfying, but in a way it was satisfying because it was so grounded and real that he didn't get a moment to talk to Logan. Another one of the main themes in this movie is the theme of how much Logan is kind of hating himself and making himself his own villain. He's essentially been running away from his problems for a long time, and Professor X tries to get him to, come back and remind him that, Professor X was the one who took him in and made him a better person. Logan, why don't you do the same? The theme of family is shown throughout the whole film, whether it's with X-23, with Charles. So I believe that Charles gives Logan that moment of staying with the family to kind of put his mind in perspective about what his purpose in life should be, what he should strive for, which is this theme of purpose. And finally finds that purpose from X-23 by the end of the film. That Charles is willing to actually sacrifice his safety along with the safety of the family just so Logan can understand and get that lesson, and also X-23 get that lesson that family and happiness and these little moments in life is what we should strive and look for and fight for. As much as I would love to talk about this for hours, I can't. So some of my favorite scenes of this movie, I love the sequence when Charles is having his seizure in the hotel. And the tension is built to the point where you feel like you're holding your breath along with all of the frozen people in the hotel. And to see Logan like slowly make his way up to the top floor and slowly and painfully kill each of those people with a slice to the head. Another one of my favorite sequences is the final battle in the forest when Logan injects himself with that thing. That one final push and one final shot of the Wolverine that we know and love as he goes full berserker. If I had to pick a negative about this, it's probably the villains and how unfleshed out they were, but that's a very, very minor negative. It wasn't even that much of a problem to me. And I think that if you overdid the villain's story and backstory, you kind of took away from Logan and his story, which was extremely important and done so well that I can just give that a pass completely. Daphne Keenan's X-23, with so much to do and so little dialogue, it's just amazing how good she was. And by the time she does talk, that moment is hilarious in the car where she just goes off on him in Spanish. You can see her progression as the movie goes on as well, and by the end she has become this mature young mutant and just as powerful as any of the X-Men in their own right. I love that idea of Wolverine, the last X-Man, protecting these new mutants. It's kind of fitting that Wolverine would be the last person alive of the X-Men to protect these mutants from danger. I love the ambiguity in this film as well, because certain things like, did Professor X kill all the X-Men? We don't know. There are hints throughout the movie that he did. We still don't know by the end of the film. And I kind of like that. And I kind of enjoy the ambiguity and the secrecy of it, that we can kind of imply like, oh, well, maybe this happened. And it makes it even worse when moments like the hotel happen and you see Charles unwillingly hurting other people, and you see the remorse in his face and how sad he is because of who he is. Once again, this movie's incredible. I could talk about it for days. This is a great final performance for Hugh Jackman, if this is his final performance. Great final performance for Professor X. I cannot praise this movie anymore. It's phenomenal. It transcends the superhero genre for sure. It's emotional, it's funny, it's violent, it's Logan. If you want my score, I scored it on my non-spoiler review. You can go check out that. Look out for more movie reviews on this channel. Until next time, peace.